I have to live with this issue. I lost over 400 people in about 150 in my district, 400 on Long Island on September 11th. I don't ever want it on my conscience that if another attack comes, I wake up the next morning and said, I back down to political correctness.
He doesn't want it on his conscience. Now, that's a curious thing for Congressman King to say, because in the past, he hasn't been all that concerned about terrorism. In fact, there are reports that he has helped to fund it in the past. Now, that seems unbelievable, right? Well, actually, let me show you the facts. Congressman King was a well-known supporter of the Irish Republican Army, which is estimated to have killed 600 civilians during its campaign to drive the British out of Northern Ireland. A recent Washington Post article detailed Congressman King's long, close relationship with the IRA in the 1980s and 90s. King called the IRA, quote, a legitimate force. He was, in fact, reportedly speaking as speaker at the events for NORAID, the IRA's fundraising wing. Imagine if people were doing fundraising for other terrorist groups these days. And an Irish judge once threw King out of a courtroom, saying he was, quote, as you just saw there, an obvious collaborator with the IRA. He was so close to the IRA, the Irish government boycotted the St. Patrick's Day parade in New York in '85 because King was the Grand Marshal. Now, still not convinced that Congressman King condoned terrorism? Then get a load of what he said in a 1985 interview. Quote, if civilians are killed in an attack on a military installation, it is certainly regrettable, but I will not morally blame the IRA for it. Interesting how it's all kind of relative. If the IRA does the terrorism and civilians are killed, well, he's not going to morally condemn them. If some Muslim radicals did terrorism 10 years ago, he's going to investigate all Muslims. King still defends his support of the IRA to this day. Now, this is the man leading hearings on whether American Muslims have become too radicalized? Is this idea of a sick joke? On Capitol Hill, 46 House Democrats are now criticizing King's planned hearings. In a letter, the Democrats say the hearings, quote, unfairly stigmatize and alienate Muslim Americans, and call on King to examine all forms of violence motivated by extremist beliefs, not just related to Muslims.